Hi, I'm Deb Flashenberg. I'm the founder and director here at Prenatal Yoga Center. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we're with Claire Friedrich. She is 30 weeks pregnant and she's going to be our pregnant model. So we're going to do about 20 minutes of prenatal Vinyasa flow. We're going to work on moving the body, getting through some poses, working on some strength, some stamina, some breathing, connecting to body, baby, and enjoy some Vinyasa. So Claire, you have any issues we should be aware of today?
Right now I'm feeling pretty good. I had a little bit of normal low back sacroiliac pain, so I'm moderate about it, but for the most part I'm feeling good.
Great, so I hope you enjoy, and mamas out there, if you don't have yoga props at home, it's not a problem. So we use bolster blanket blocks. You can just simply roll up some towels, use some blankets you might have, and the reason we want this, we want the hips a little supported. If you don't have yoga blocks, I do suggest grabbing some. They're really not expensive, but I was thinking of some makeshift ways, and here's one I came up with. If you can find some boxes and fill them with books, or even just tape books together, the reason we use blocks, it's basically extensions of your arms. It just helps you flow in and out the poses a little more gracefully and seamlessly. So enjoy your prenatal Vinyasa. Namaste. Hi, make sure when you're sitting that you're sitting on some sort of padding, that your knees are either in line with your hips or slightly below. Lift through the armpits, release your shoulders. Let's take one moment to get settled and grounded. So take one hand to your baby and the other hand to your heart. Close your eyes and just find your breath. Find that sense of your deep inhale and your deep exhale, letting go of everything you've done in your day, everything you need to do later, and allowing this time to be about you, your body, your breath, and the connection and awareness to baby. Let's take one more breath before we start the movement of our prenatal Vinyasa practice. Good, and then allowing the eyes to open, interlace your fingers, invert your palms, draw the elbows in, and lift your whole rib cage, the side ribs, the back ribs, the front ribs, and continue a sense of easy breath, drawing the arms back by your ears, lifting as tall as you can through your spine. One more breath, inhale, and then as you exhale, drop your left hand behind you. And take the right arm out, turn the palm back, and see if your hands meet. And they may not meet, that's fine. Maybe you're grabbing your shirt, maybe you have a strap or a tie. It's another breath. So I always like to do shoulder openings before we start to get moving. It's great if your shoulders are tight, and it helps a lot in down dog. Good, come back to center. Interlace your fingers. Invert the palms, lift the rib cage, draw the arms back by the ears, squeeze the elbows in towards the head, and again, feel the back side and front ribs lift evenly. And sending breath down to baby, and then dropping your right hand behind you, reach your left arm out, turn the palm back, and see if on this side the hands might meet. And the two sides of the body tell different stories. If you're carrying your child or carrying your bag consistently on one side might be tighter. Lifting that top elbow, hugging the upper arm in towards the head, and hugging the upper left arm in towards the body. It's another breath. Breathe low towards your baby. Relaxing face and jaw. Good. And then free the arms and simply roll the shoulders. And then you can even do a little neck roll if the neck's tight, if the jaw is tight. Again, just coming back to sense of body, breath, baby. Good. Now we're going to transition onto all fours. So you can take your bolster aside. And if you decide that you want a blanket, or again, you can use a towel, we're going to put that underneath the knees. So if your knees are sensitive, you may want to have that. And then if you have blocks, again, you can use yoga blocks or some books or anything that might give you a little extra extension of your arms. Good, and then let's start with a little bit of cat-cow. So make sure that your whole palm is rooted down, especially underneath your index finger. We're going to tuck the toes. As you inhale, lengthen your chest forward. And as you exhale, drop your head and tail round your back cat. And again, inhale, tuck the toes, think side ribs, open chest forward, not heavily dropping in the belly. Exhale, drop the head and tail, open the spine. And then we're gonna make this a little bit of a rocking cat-cow. So again, inhale, opening through cow. Exhale, find your cat spine and just start to draw your hips slightly back. And this is great for the lower back. Let's just do that one more time. Inhale, opening for cow. Exhale, rounding for cat. Good, pulling the hips slightly back. Good, inhale, open for cow. Keep the toes tucked and start to pull your hips back, downward facing dog. Good. Now push from the heels of the hands to your fingers. Now come high on the balls of the feet, bend the knees, and roll the sit bones towards the ceiling. Keep that for a moment. Pull the hips back as the hands push down and forward. And then maybe if you can keep this nice long spine, you can start to straighten the legs. Maybe not, if the hamstrings are not quite there today. And whatever it is, it's fine. But move the sit bones back, ground the hands forward. One more deep breath. Good. And then allow your knees to touch down to the floor again. And you can cat-cow, or maybe this time you want to do some body circles. So experiment with what feels good for your body. So a lot of these poses, especially on all fours, we can use those for labor. And if you chose to circle, just at some point, go in the other direction so that you're even and balanced. Nice. And then go ahead and grab your blocks. Again, these are just simply extensions of the arms. And step 1 foot forward. It doesn't matter which. And tuck your back toes under, lift your knee, and step your back foot forward. Good, and then just walk your feet back behind your blocks. You have a little bit of space. Good, then as you inhale, lengthen your spine forward. And as you exhale, release your spine down. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, spine forward. And exhale, spine down. And inhale, spine forward. And exhale, spine down. Good. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your thighs. And as you inhale, open for cow. And roll up your spine. Good. Bring your hands in prayer. Keep your feet hip distance. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bend your knees. Hands to thighs. Hands to blocks. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, release your spine back. Good. And now step the right foot forward. Step your left leg back. Good. Engage through the back thigh. As you inhale, straighten through the front leg. As you exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Good. Pause here. Reach through the back heel, open through the chest, take shoulders away from ears, and just work with keeping that back thigh lifted. Good, then release your back knee down to the floor. Bring your hands to your front thigh. And then take one hand to the base of the pelvis, the other hand to your sacrum. Lift the pubic bone, drop the tail. Hands return back to your thigh. And then as you exhale, bend that front leg a little bit deeper. Hands on the thigh. And then option to stay here or hook your thumbs. And inhale, lift the pubic bone, lift the heart. Good, then as you exhale, hands back to your blocks. Pull your hips back, flex your front foot. Yeah, you can adjust your blocks. Lift the heart. Keep thinking about reaching through your front heel. Good. We're going to just work on the breath here. We're going to inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, release the spine. One more time. Inhale, lift and roll up the spine. Exhale, release. Good. Bring yourself back to all fours. Circle or cat-cow your spine. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So if you're having the pain, the sacroiliac pain, that's pain in either the left or right side of the sacrum, you can start to squeeze a block between the thighs here. If you're not having that, just enjoy a nice open down dog. One more breath. Good, and let the knees touch back down to the floor. And grab your blocks and step your left foot forward. Tuck the back toes, engage the knee off the floor, reach the back heel, inhale, straighten the front leg, and exhale, bend. Good, inhale, straighten, and exhale, bend. One more time, inhale, straighten, and exhale, bend. Good, release the back knee down to the floor. Hands back to the front thigh. Just one more time, find that balance of the pelvis. One hand above the pubic bone, one hand at the sacrum. Lift the pubis, good, drop the tail. As the hands return to your front thigh, keep the pubic bone lifting. Bend the front leg deeper, and then again, an option to hook the thumbs. Lift up, pubis lifts, heart lifts, rib cage lifts. Exhale, hands back to your blocks. Pull the hips back, flex your front foot. Draw the blocks back with you if you need. Keep the heart lifting, shoulders releasing down the back. And as you inhale, lift the chest. And keeping the front leg straight in our hamstring stretch. Good, and release the spine one more time. Inhale, rolling up the spine, keeping the legs straight. Exhale, releasing. Good, re-bending the front leg. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and step your back foot forward. And again, just walking your feet back a few inches. Let your hips swing from side to side, releasing the lower back, relaxing your belly. Good, then coming to stillness, we're gonna lengthen, inhale, open the chest forward. Exhale, release the spine down. Keep the knees bent. We're gonna pause here, hands on thighs for 3 standing cat-cows. As you inhale, open the chest forward, heart lifts. Exhale, drop the head and tail and round around your belly. Inhale, open the spine forward. And exhale as you round. One more time. Inhale, open the spine forward. Exhale as you round, curling all the way up. Again, hands meet in prayer. Feeling that sense of your body, your breath, your baby. And grounding the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bend your knees. Hands to thighs, hands to blocks. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release your spine down. Step your left foot forward. Step your right leg back. Good. Now for moms that do have that sacroiliac pain, you're just going to take that front foot and move it a little more to the side, as well as take a slightly shorter stride, hopping that back foot in. A little should you need. Spin the back heel down and adjust to make sure that your back toes angle to the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Keep the front knee bent. Sweep the arms up. Warrior one. Good. Engage the back thighs. That knee is really lifted. And take one more moment to straighten the front leg. And just as we did in our Anjaneyasana, lift the pubis, drop your tailbone, keep the back leg toned, and then re-bend the front leg. Good. We're going to do that same shoulder opener we did before. Bring the right hand behind you. Turn the left palm back and see if your hands meet. Again, Gomukhasana arms. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Keep the front knee bent. Stretch the arms up. Warrior one. So now we're starting to stay in the pose, build a little stamina, build a little heat. Mental, physical stamina. One more breath. Good, and then bring your hands to your hips. Turn your back toes a little bit more forward and adjust your front heel so your front heel is now in line with your back arch. As you bend your front knee, track your knee to your pinky toe and then open the arms evenly, warrior two. So imagine that your arms just resting on the horizon. Front knees wrapping towards the pinky toe. Good. And we're going to keep the front knee nice and externally rotated, but let's work with the body and breath. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the arms up. As you exhale, bend the front leg, externally rotate the leg as you bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. One more like that. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Keep inner knee wrapping back. Good. We're going to keep the front knee bent. Work with the body and breath, but just do the arms now. As you inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, reach the arms out. So we add a little bit more strength here. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms out. One more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale out. Good. As you inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your front toes in. So now your feet are parallel. And now rotate the back toes towards the back side of your mat. And we're going to just take your left foot a little more to the side. So we're going to come back into warrior one on this side. So one hand above the pubis, one hand to the sacrum. Just make sure the pelvis is balanced. Lift the pubis and bend the front leg as the tail drops. Sweep the arms up. Good. Warrior one. Drop your left hand behind you. Turn the right arm out. See if the hands can meet. Oops, I think that's correct. Left arm behind you. Right arm out. Gomukhasana. As we inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, bend. Lift the pubis. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Good. Now free the arms. Warrior one. Strong back leg. Send the breath all the way to your baby. One more breath. Good. Now this time opening to warrior two. Let's open everything together. We adjust the back toes, adjust the front heel. So now we have right hand line with back arch. Good, again, connecting body, breath, baby. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the arms up. As you exhale, rebend, warrior two. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Again, we're going to build a little heat and work on our stamina. Keep the front knee bent. Now let's work the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms out. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale. Straighten the front leg. Bring your hands to your hips, turn the back toes in. Now again, open to warrior one, or warrior two, so your front toes again turn out. Rebend the front leg, warrior two. Turn the front palm towards the ceiling. Inhale, sweep back into reverse. Exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way to your blocks. Spin your back heel up and step your back foot forward. Good, widen your stance again. Let your hips release. Rock your hips from side to side. So especially if that was a lot of work, trying to get into those poses, sustaining the poses, come back to your quiet sense. Come back to your breath. So again, think about between the contractions. We would want to let go of the work we just did. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Good. Bend your knees, hands to thighs. We're going to do 3 standing cat-cows here. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round. Roll up the spine. Release the shoulders. Stand tall. Breathe to baby. Let's do one more round of standing poses. This time we're going to start with Utkatasana. So with your blocks, take one block between your feet on either the medium or the widest facet, whatever is best for your hips, and the other one right up between the thighs. Good, and then make sure feet are nice and parallel. That's what the bottom block is for. And then as you inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, sit the hips back and down. Good, letting the tailbone drop, lifting the heart. Now I believe breath and movement creates a sense of relaxation. So you can either stay here in classic Utkatasana, or you can let the arms move with your breath. It's a wonderful coping mechanism for labor, breath and movement. We create that sense of rhythm, a ritual within the pose, within the contraction, leading to a sense of relaxation. After your next exhale, fold over your legs, take your blocks out. And just take a breath, release the legs. Back. We're going to open straight into warrior two. So spin the back heel down. The toes are more towards the side of the mat. Front knee towards the pinky toe. Revolve into warrior two. Front heel in line with back arch. Good. Relax the shoulders. And as you inhale, straighten the front leg. And this time as you exhale, cut the front hip under, bringing your left hand to your block or your shin. Drawing your tailbone to your back heel and revolving the chest towards the ceiling. We're going to take a few breaths here. Now, if you find again that the sense of being still tightens you, as we're doing an Utkatasana, you can move. I like to rotate the top arm, and that releases the neck and shoulder. And it connects you if you feel like your breath is getting stuck. And then next time your top arm comes back, let that draw you back into warrior two. Good, relax your shoulders, tone the back thigh, and now start to lengthen your ribs forward, laying the left forearm on the thigh, sweeping the right arm up overhead. Again, you can stay in classical extended side angle, or that same action, releasing the arm. You can start to explore, how do you work best when you're feeling a sense of sensation? Notice what helps you breathe, what helps you surrender. Good, now next time the top arm comes back, bring yourself back into warrior two. Straighten the front leg, bring your hands to your hips, turn your left toes in, turn your right toes out. And as you exhale, bend the front knee to pinky toe. Open through the chest, feel the collarbone wide. As you inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale again, tip the pelvic bowl forward, bringing your hand to a block or your shin. Hooking the tailbone to your back heel, revolving the bottom ribs up. opening towards the ceiling with your heart. Again, you can stay in classical Trikonasana, or if you found it helpful, you can move the arm. It's up to you. But use your time on the mat to explore. And then next time the arms come back to Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Engage the back thigh, relax your face, your jaw, and as you exhale, lengthen the right ribs forward, laying your forearm on your thigh, sweeping the top arm overhead. Extended side, or adding our little twist, breathing, our little twist to the pose, our own interpretation. Next time the arm comes back, let that draw you into Warrior Two. Straighten the front leg, bring your hands to your hips, turn your back toes in, your front toes out, coming back into Warrior Two. Front palm towards the ceiling. Inhale into reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the hands onto your blocks. Spin your back heel up, and this time release your back knee down to the floor. Bring yourselves back to all fours. And circle or cat-cow, release the work you just did. Good, and if you're circling, at some point just take the other direction. You just want to find that sense of ease and balance. And then an option to come into a downward facing dog, just to lengthen the body, release the neck. And you might notice how your downward dog feels different now than you first started your practice. Good, and then let the knees touch back down to the floor. Good, let's conclude our practice with a few seated poses. So you can sit on either a bolster or a folded blanket. And again, I recommend if the hips or lower back are tight, sit higher, especially third trimester moms where that belly is just taking up so much of your torso. Lift the armpits, release the shoulders. Let's just do a little bit of a gentle twist. So take your left hand to the right side of your belly and the right hand behind you, either on your bolster or the floor. Now keep baby forward as you inhale, lift through the crown of your head. As you exhale, twisting the upper back, baby points forward. Inhale, lift through the crown of your head. Exhale as you twist. Last time like that. Inhale, get tall. Exhale as you twist. Coming back, and this time we take the right hand to the left side, left hand behind you. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist. So your right hand's almost counter-twisting the belly. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Last time, inhale, get tall, and exhale, twist. Good, coming back to center. We're gonna take Baddha Konasana. Now, if you're having that sacroiliac pain, the pain to the left or right of the sacrum, take your feet further out and put blocks underneath. Otherwise, you can take your heels closer in. Lift the armpits, and with a long spine, start to hinge forward. Again, letting this be a quiet time, just you, body, baby, feeling your breath. Feeling that sense of your body opening, not pushing your body into the pose, just creating the space and letting your body open. It's kind of like labor. Take another breath. And then we're going to open the legs out for Uttanasana Konasana. Flexing the heels, lifting the heart, and hinging forward from the hips. And if your fingers don't easily touch the floor, you can always use your blocks. Keeping the legs very active. Armpits roll up and back. Yeah, so the pregnant spine rounds very much at that thoracic, that mid-back. We're trying to go the opposite way. We're trying to think that the collarbone rolls up. Again, sending breath down to baby. One more breath. Bring yourself back up. Keep the legs in Uttanasana. Extend the left arm out. Inhale the right arm up. And take a side bend. As you bend, wrap your bottom ribs up towards the ceiling. Stretch the top elbow all the way from elbow, wrist, fingertips. And then come back to center. Take the right hand down, straight left arm. As you come to the side, roll the right ribs up, stretch the elbow, the wrist, the fingertips. Imagine my hand's at that elbow and I'm opening it long. And then come back to center. And bring your hands underneath your knees Help the legs in. Then bring your hands behind you. Keep your feet wide and just knock your knees in, and then you can windshield wiper the knees a little bit just to release the hips. Good. And no practice would be complete without setting up for a little restorative at the end. So mamas that are in their first trimester and second trimester, you can do a reclining on the back. But since Claire is in her third trimester, she's going to do side lying. So for side lying, she's going to take the blocks and then take the bolster. Or again, you can just use a pile of pillows. Great position to end your practice in, or just find a little quiet time. Mama's on her sides, we're encouraging baby into optimal fetal position, just letting the body, the mind, the breath, the baby just start to relax and let go. So for those practicing at home, I want you to enjoy your Shavasana for as long as possible. Enjoying this time of separating yourself from your day, letting go of all your external responsibilities, and taking the time to nurture and nourish yourself, knowing what you do for yourself feeds back to your baby. So stay in Shavasana for as long as you can, and thank you so much for joining us. Namaste.